We live in a community that is obsessed with looking a particular way, especially to look young forever. But did you know that there are more than 5,000 or more chemicals that we put on our skin on a regular basis and that could induce an irritant or an allergic skin reaction? Did you know that the FDA does not require for professional use only products, which include some dyes directly sold to stylists, to list the ingredients on the packaging? This means if you're getting your hair dyed at a parlor or salon, your stylist might not even know what are the complete ingredients in your salon hair color. So why am I asking you to use better alternative hair dyes as compared to the regular ones? Number one, because I received this request from a very dear subscriber. Your concerns are of paramount importance to me. So thank you for taking the time to ask your questions and leave your feedback in the comments below. Also, certain ingredients in hair dyes are one of the most common causes of contact dermatitis. That is skin rashes that we see in the everyday outpatient department. I'm speaking about either irritant skin reactions, which are painful rashes that tend to come on quickly in response to an irritating substance. Usually you'll see this in the form of an irritation or a skin rash that generally develops within 24 hours. Think of redness, oozing, and crusting after using a particular detergent, soap, or even a deodorant. An allergic skin reaction develops when your body has an allergy to a particular substance, which is known as the allergen that it doesn't like. So you might see the rash either immediately after using the product, but most commonly you will observe that there is this skin rash that remains dormant, that aggravates or exaggerates probably every time after you use that particular product. The most common allergens include jewelry metals like those containing nickel, cosmetic products, fragrances, preservatives, and when it comes to hair dyes, they are very notorious for causing both irritant and allergic skin reactions, but you'll tend to notice more allergic skin reactions with them. And this is why many of my patients are sometimes in denial when I tell them that the hair dye they were using to look younger
was most probably the culprit for all their suffering.
Now, does this mean you can't use hair dyes at all and they aren't safe? Not really. But first, let's see what is the problem with routine hair dyes and which are the notorious ingredients that you want to avoid completely. To achieve a permanent hair color, many hair dyes work using a system of ammonia or ethanolamine in the case of ammonia-free products, hydrogen peroxide, and PPD, that is paraphenylenediamine. Ammonia pulls apart the layers of hair proteins so that the dye can access the interior of the hair shaft. Then hydrogen peroxide bleaches the hair and helps paraphenylenediamine, that is PPD, which is one of the primary coloring agents, to become trapped in the hair. It is this PPD which is the naughty culprit for most problems. So how do you avoid problematic hair dyes and find safer alternatives? Look for hair dyes that specifically mention PPD free, ammonia free. I'm going to repeat, it should say
PPD free or ammonia free.
Try to look for hair colors that are Made Safe certified. I will add links to some of the good ones in the description below. But for example, this one from Radico's Color Me Organic have the organic dyes tested for heavy metals, and they're made from natural ingredients like indigo leaf, henna, hibiscus, amla, brahmi, bhringraj, etc. Double check the ingredients of the products labeled as natural or organic. Every product that has natural or organic written on them might not actually be all that natural or organic. Some of them might still contain ingredients like PPD, ethanolamine, resorcinol, and other ingredients that are associated with negative health effects. The only way to know what's really inside is to read the ingredient label. Common terms to look out for include EPD. I think that's obvious by now, and I'm sure I've drilled it into your head. It is PPD. That's paraphenylenediamine, phenylenediamine, 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐎, aminoaniline, benzene diamine. It is generally the black or the dark brown hair colors that have the maximum concentration of PPD or similar chemicals. You should avoid them if you know you are sensitive or allergic to PPD, but just try to avoid these ingredients in general. Don't worry, I'll leave the list of the ingredients that you should avoid in the description below, and you can also always access them on my website. Now, if you get your hair dyed at a salon, bring your own hair color to the parlor. If you want the precision that you get in a salon, or you just don't want to get your hands dirty or messy or just have to do it at home, then ask your stylist if she'll apply your own color. Now, while these are great options and much safer than what we had available years ago, you need to understand that some of them, especially those purely made up of herbs, might not give you the same results like the chemical counterparts, and they might be a little cumbersome to use. But hey,
No pain, no gain, right?
now there are other alternatives. There are those that don't completely contain Ayurvedic herbs, but they don't even contain PPD or ammonia, so they're slightly better. For example, the Hali color or the Moroccan oil color mask. These are just examples so that you can understand what type of products I'm speaking about. So what's important is you need to check the ingredients based on the color that you choose and see if it is suitable for you. Okay, now I really wanted to try and test out certain products on myself to see simply how effective they are, how long do they last, do they cause any skin reactions to me, because my skin tends to be on the sensitive side in general. But honestly, I don't have those many grays yet, and I'm a person who doesn't like meddling around with what I naturally have. So my plan was to have my white and gray hair and leave them as they are, as in when they do come in. I do have a few right now,
But they're not very obvious.
but since we are on this journey together, I will definitely try out some hair colors in the future and actually show you my experience. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel
Which I hope you already have.
so that you will get notified every time a new video gets uploaded or if there is an update. But the best way to avoid any of these harsh ingredients is to embrace the gray. So many men and women are embracing this all natural look. As a matter of fact, my husband has more white and gray hair than black, and he got them all in his 20s. He had asked me if I would like him to have it colored on our wedding day,
Since he was marrying a dermatologist and he wanted to look a little more presentable, I guess.
but I didn't want him to, simply because his hair color doesn't matter to me,
As long as he has hair on his head.
and I kind of liked him looking a little older than I do. It gives you this senior or mature look, right? No, but seriously, most hotties, at least in my opinion, all flaunt their greys and whites, and I don't think it robs them of their youth or their personality. So it's just a matter of perspective, I guess. At the end of the day, you need to feel comfortable. So if that means coloring your hair a certain color or wanting to color because you don't like the white or grey look yet, then so be it. Let me know if you have any recommendations or favorites that I should specifically try. If you want me to research a particular product, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Share this video with all your girl and boyfriends who are using routine or salon hair dyes.
Trust me, they aren't good for you.
Continue to glow, thrive and shine as always. Take care. I'll see you soon.